họ bên lúc community nếu như từ Mosia tới chia để ổn định cho họ lựa xứ này giờ tất nhiên nếu thế nên thì họ lựa ba rõ tới chia thế mà I was really blessed to have an opportunity which occurred in a Warrior project which is very successful nên quan cho hai tiền thì bên mong cái cứ là bên mua tiền mong for the story ya cái này cứ thế này gì thế là team là cứ gather tao bên mong tên tu nữa cho là một cho sẽ đèn cho sẽ báo hay gì báo cho lúc xong tao là nè để giờ bên mong cho tôi sẽ đến chờ nó thế nào mà cái này cũng có personal introduction cho nên á thì ta sẽ nói cũng mà họ introduce nó có professional họ được donation là thế Misty was appointed Deputy and Superintendent of the Fresno Unified School District in March 2021. Stepping into the Deputy Superintendent's role has allowed her to continue her dedications to improve students' progress, build and develop employee relationships, and expanding community partnership at a deeper levels. Deputy Superintendent Herb has worked her whole entire life in the Fresno Unified. New Colomon Deputy Superintendent Misty na tao ho luyện cho họ luyện cho chị cần tới nữa đấy hẹn lò này nè her whole entire life là gì nếu có bố thấu lò này thôi nên nếu có bí kia preschool lò trong khi chậm giờ mẹ nhớ để bé nói xong lò xứ vậy nên nhưng qua họ luyện là xong đồ cho thọ nên một kia cho class cho không một tiền đồ cho không trọng vậy tỏ cá tới nếu cô họ giờ bé thơ từ mongวันนี้ว่าตัวยัง vice principal ที่ยอดว่า vice principal ยอดจะเขา Fresno Unified School District ตัวอ๋อชงจะต่อการเดินในคุยจะการตัวยังเป็นตัวตัววันนี้มองไหลเดียมมองเทียแต่ตัวไว้ตัว principal ตัวตัว principal ยอดจะเขา School Unified จะเขามีการเตะอย่างที่ชื่อ Fresno ใช่ไหมตัว principal นะมาย่อยยอดจะมีการเตะเกี่ยวกับมาเป็นโรงเรียนหาหรือเรียนหามาShe has also served as an instructional superintendent with school leadership. Misty believes we each have a calling. Her calling is to do educational missionary work, to impact and change the lives of children and their families. She knows the decision she makes has a direct impact in changing the trajectory of the young minds, and she has the privilege to interact with every day. She believes the greatest gift we can give someone is the opportunity to see their full potential. It's incredibly powerful to invest and inspire hopes in our youth. Yali topic share mo te thia ta sai Bây tuân xài từ vì giàu là giờ ý lực nhà trẻ Misty hơn.
Nhớ rằng cho doanh nghiệp gì sẽ đời với sự cho phong dư giá hở cho với cho thư cho thì cho nó cho chịu có thôn nó. Good evening, friends and family, and it's an honor for me to speak before you tonight, and an even greater honor to be in the presence of Royal Thai Representative Keng and your lovely wife. Maybe Monglish, because I'm much better at it than my mom. On behalf of the Fresno Unified School District, which represents 74,000 students, 10,000 employees, our superintendent, Dr. Robert Nelson, and our entire Board of Education, we welcome you, Representative, and your lovely wife to our city. As I reflected on my remarks tonight, I contemplated quite a bit about what I could convey that shows you, Representative Keng, the impact that you have made on all of us from across the world. And I just want to share a personal story with all of you to convey this. So last year, I was doing a mentoring session with a group of 25 students between the ages of 15 to 18. During this session, we talked about racism and the social inequities that were happening across our nation. And on this day, the students and I had a rather heated conversation on hiring practices and inequities. And one of the students looked right at me in the eyes and straight out told me, as a young person and a student of this district, I have a very hard time finding people who look like me to be my role models. And he tells me, if you just look at our entire district, why are you the only one? And I want to know, Deputy Superintendent, what are you going to do about it? So the students took out their phones and they started Googling and they started searching the internet for Hmong people in positions of influence. And I was not very surprised that they came up with a very short list. There were not very many. But there was one student, and Facebook. New York the 90s, we used to shine New York movie. New to brother Lu Yao Jung Go Heng, as she knew highly not to go. New had you Nuchi Boko, Ashi, you gave him hope. God inspired hope not to Honu. And if a Hmong person in Thailand can ascend to this type of position, imagine the possibilities of what we can do here in the United States. And all of a sudden, the tone of my students went from hopelessness and frustration to not having any what they think were not role models, to if Keng Yang can do it, we can do it even better. And that for now, we may not have the people in the positions yet. We may not be there yet, but it will just be a matter of time before we realize our full potential and we become pathfinders for our people. So Nuno Busa, thank you for your bravery, for stepping in even when it's hard. Thank you for being the first. You are important. You are a beacon of light, and because of you, our people have someone to look up to. And I will be taking you, I truly believe that every single one of us can make an impact to see what is good in this world. And I was especially impressed, Representative Keng, this morning when you handed me your card. And on your card are these words: Advisor to the Committee on Children, Youth, Women, Older persons, persons with disabilities, ethnic groups, and LGBTQs. Because so often these are the very people who do not have a voice and are marginalized over and over and over again. And it is not just you, but all of us who must ensure that we speak up for those that can't, that we make visible for those who cannot be in the room with us when we have to make decisions, and that we must stand up for those who can't stand up for themselves. And that as leaders, it is our duty to carry in our hearts all the time our brothers and sisters who do not have the same privileges that we do. And we must ensure that we afford them the same privileges. And so, Representative Keng, even though you are oceans across the world away, I want you to know that we stand with you always in your endeavors to bring equity and make visible the children, the youth, the women, the elders, the people with disabilities, our ethnic groups, and especially our LGBTQ. We stand with you. We wish you success in your endeavors, and we stand proudly with you. And know that when times get really, really hard for you, and you do not believe that you're making a difference, know that your entire community from across the world stands with you, and we are proud of you. Thank you.
Chào